kind of a test. This is something that if I can figure out how to do this. This is something that is eventually or is exclusive for Nomies. However, in my attempt at testing a couple things out, I figured I would do it for everybody because it's late, and truth be told, I was getting ready to sit down to record a video of today's Beervent beer, like a nice little vertical video for Instagram and TikTok and all of that fun stuff. And I realized that it probably makes more sense to just do it live with you guys because I don't want to sit and spend the next half hour editing said video. Truth be told. So I figured this is a great opportunity to test a couple things out, to try a couple weird little live things that I've never done before. So that's what we're doing. This is an experiment. As you jump on the chat, feel free to say hi. Tell me what it is you're drinking. Marco says hello. Hello, Marco. It's a good one today. I've had this beer, but it's been a long time. If you're not familiar, the Beervent calendar, higher gravity. I always want to say high grain because it says HG. Higher gravity does an advent calendar every year, but it's not your normal advent calendar. It's packed full of 25 different beers. If you pre-order this year, you got a bonus beer, which was the other night. We did that live also. So you get 26 beers. And you drink a new one every single day. I made the promise that I was going to drink a beer with you guys every day on video, and or try to do every day on video. I said that there was a chance that some weren't going to be on video. So far, we haven't done that. We hope so far they've all been on video, but we are quickly approaching the end of the night, and I almost broke my promise. No way. No way will I break a promise to you guys. Marco says that he is not drinking yet. That's all right. I'm not either. It's closed right here next to me. Let's fix that. Today's beer from Higher Gravity. This is from Grainworks Brewing Company. It's called Brewer's Breakfast. This is a delicious, wonderful. Oh, here. I've talked about this before. This right here, this little spot on my desk. This is from a St. Patrick's Day episode that involved AI creating a cocktail for me that had so much green food coloring in it that it has permanently stained my desk. Brewer's Breakfast. And the drink cam is all out of whack, and that's okay. We'll just put it super close. Brewer's Breakfast Imperial Oatmeal Stout. It's got coffee and chocolate. Grainworks is from Westchester, if you guys didn't know. And it says, we love coffee. Our friends at, what is that? Numa Coffee Roasters. I believe that's how you pronounce that. At Numa Coffee Roasters. Worked with our brewers to create a Brazilian-Ethiopian blend to perfectly complement this bold imperial oatmeal stout. As it warms, the added cocoa, chocolate, comes through to fold in a subtle, pleasant sweetness. How good does that sound? All right, we got a glass ready to go. Let's do this together. Marco says, I have some Headhunter for later. That's good. But man, I know a big coffee oatmeal stout is not necessarily your thing. Yeah, it's definitely my thing. He corrects himself for later. Oh, I knew what you meant. All right, let's get this thing in the glass and see what we're working with. It is not when I'm pouring it, like it's definitely brown, closer to like coffee or chocolate. It's not like a super like black stout. Like, what was the one that we had earlier in the calendar? I should have them all sitting here in front of me, or have notes pulled up or something. That big old it was the Albert Lecoq, however you pronounce it. I think it's cock. Stout. That thing was as black can get. I feel like they made this for the first time for some kind of like anniversary or something. Am I making that up? Wonder if I can pull my notes up real quick. I should have done this beforehand. This was a little bit spur of the moment, so I didn't prep very much. Brewer's breakfast. See if I have any notes on it. This is Grainworks. Brewer. Nope, I don't have any notes. At least that I've properly done. Nope, I have nothing. I feels like it was for some kind of anniversary. I don't know. Let's get in here. Yeah, when it's in the glass, it's definitely a little bit darker. I can still see like around the edges in the light, some little light brown color, and like a big, thick, creamy head on it. This is oatmeal, right? Yeah, Imperial Oatmeal Stout. What's the ABV on this? It says Imperial. 7.4. So it's not like super huge. Like I think sometimes we see the word Imperial now and we're expecting 14% because there are so many big giant Imperial stouts. This isn't that crazy. They also do put on here. Now, this is some fun trivia that I think a lot of people may not realize. On here, if you look at the label, they put some wording on here that asks you to peel off the label before recycling. That is because, and a lot of people don't know this, when you go to recycle your cans, they are not recyclable if they have these stickers left on them. Not recyclable. So peel off your label. Do that with all of your cans, or else you're wasting your time. Let's see. Zach says that RAR Brewing sent me care package today. I'm about to drink one of these Christmas vacation themed IPAs while I watch this Packers game. It's a good night for a Christmas beer, I can tell you that. Although the weather isn't as Christmassy as I would like it to be. I enjoy that it's warmed up a little bit and that it's warming up. We're going to get some really crazy warm days here in the next week. However, it's not what I want my Christmas weather to be. I would much rather it be like it's been already this year with some good snow, a good like cold snowy day. That's what I want right now. Okay, this is like super kind of I'm gonna call it low key, chocolatey. Yeah, it does smell like a breakfast, like a delicious beer breakfast. There is like kind of that oaty, oat like aroma going on, like oatmeal, and just like a light light wispy kind of coffee note. Like it's like somebody's making coffee in the other room. Like you wake up in the morning and you just kind of you smell coffee if coming from the other room, which is wonderful. I kind of it's a very nostalgic kind of smell. Zach says, I was shocked you're making a live video tonight, but I also didn't know the Packers were playing on a Saturday either until my dad texted me. This is not going to be a long live show. This is not like a Weekly Pine episode or something. It's just an episode of The Froth, just a little bit extra. Just because I love you guys and I like drinking with you. Man, that smells great. If like I'm not a brewer, although I did help make a beer last week. I'm not a brewer at all. My home brew is never that great. And the process, I don't love it as much as a lot of people do. I love drinking the final product, but I'm not the type of guy that just needs to make it. That being said, if I was, this is like the type of beer that I think that I would want to make. Something that like when you get it right up next to your face, like the aromas just awaken and bring forth like all of these wonderful nostalgic kind of memories. I love it so much. Zach says it's an extra Christmas gift. Yes. I'm the gift that keeps on giving. All right. I'm going to get into this because I do need to make this quick because we have to go upstairs and wrap a bunch of presents because we have not even started wrapping presents yet this year, and we have like a mountain of Amazon boxes taking over my dining room right now. Okay, let me get in here. Oh. Oh God, yeah. Super smooth and creamy from the oatmeal stout side of its personality, but there's just like a little kind of bitter, a little bitter kick, like just a tiny bit in the very back end, that reminds me of a good cup of like dark black coffee. However, it's not like I wouldn't call this a bitter beer. It's bitter like roasty, and that oatmeal stout kind of keeps it kind of smooth and creamy and still kind of approachable if you don't like bitter dark black coffee. Yeah, and then the chocolate. The chocolate is almost like it's almost hidden there at the end. Like it's not over the top. Like sometimes you drink chocolate beers or look, I've even had some fun coffee drinks that have chocolate in them that are just like hit you over the top of the head with chocolate. And that's not what this is at all. This is like a really, really well balanced coffee chocolate beer. I would not even call it a chocolate beer at all. I would call it a coffee beer. Um, that's wonderful. That is so good. Grainworks is super, super underappreciated for some of the stuff that they are making, including a beer like this. I have not actually been there to try the new pizza place, the Big Dog's Pizza that they added. I don't think I've eaten there yet. I need to put that very high on my list because they have wings, and you guys know how I feel about wings. Marco says that's the way I like my coffee. Which way? Beer or bitter dark black? I that's all I drink is black coffee. Like I do like kind of that bitter roasty side of coffee. So I like to drink it just kind of straight up. give me all of the bitter roasty notes that you can give me. Man. Okay, that's a good beer. Unlike a lot of the things that have been in the higher gravity Beervent calendar, this one does not feature orange, any kind of orange flavor. I feel like the amount of beers that have had some kind of orange essence to them this year has been very high. And I will do a full analysis of all of these beers at some point, probably after it's done. So maybe in like early January, I will maybe record a podcast or a video or something, and I will break it all down, and I will tell you everything about the Beervent calendar this year, and why either you should have bought it, why you should be happy you bought it, why you should buy it next year, or why you should be mad that you didn't take part this year. Because I know some of you are not taking part. I know. I've been watching, and I watch the beers you guys are drinking, and if you aren't drinking Beervent beers, I know it's because you didn't get them. And you should be disappointed in yourself. I'm disappointed in you. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed. Marco says straight up bitter, dark black coffee. Yep, that's the best way. I will. So as we start heading into next year, I know I've talked on other shows and stuff about this magazine that I'm launching. Cincy Drinks is the name. I don't know if I've said that out loud on any public shows yet. That is the name of the magazine, and it will be featuring everything about the beverage industry and beverages and places to get beverages and people to get beverages with, people that make your beverages, all of that here in Cincinnati. But I'm being very specific about calling it beverages and drinks because it is not just beer. It is not just wine or spirits or cocktails. It's every type of beverage. There will be content that is coming out around things like soda or like coffee, especially coffee. I've been trying to build a lot of content around coffee that'll even be over on the gnarlygnome.com too. It's a very, very expansive project that is kind of been happening behind the scenes. So stay tuned for that. Speaking of coffee, that's what made me think of that. Is I've been spending a lot of time working on stuff about coffee shops right now in the background, because you don't realize how many coffee shops there are in the city until you start kind of cataloging them all and visiting them all and writing about all of them. It is insane. It's insane. It's really hard when I add something like that to the website now, because I'm very much a completist. Like I wouldn't write about something if I was only writing about part of it. I don't think that's fair. I want to include everything. So like the section with the bars, like the amount of bars that need visited and have pictures taken of them, and to write a proper, respectable breakdown of what that bar is like. It's insane. It's taking me years and years and years to do this. And coffee shops, I didn't think were going to be as intense as that. And it turns out they are. So stay tuned at some point for that. But the magazine will definitely be featuring stuff like that right off the bat. Although probably not the first issue. I have a very loose breakdown of the first issue of what's in it. And some of those articles might get replaced by other ones if I like them. If I like the other stuff I'm writing more, they may bump some of the stuff that currently is scheduled for the first issue. But as of right now, there is no content about coffee in the first issue. Maybe I need to make a point to do that by the second issue, just to start with a splash, I guess. I don't know. All right. I'm going to wrap this up so I can go upstairs and help wrap presents before my wife either divorces me or injures me or something. She wouldn't do that. I'm not saying that on the internet. She would never do that. So yeah, stay tuned. Tomorrow, another video tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do it live or if I'll make a short video. I don't know, but it'll be here tomorrow, and we're gonna open the beer, and I'm excited about that because I love Beervent beers, and I especially love them on the weekend or like on days where I don't have something going on, so I can just go in the morning, open it up, and if I decide I want to start drinking it right then in the morning, I can. This would have been good this morning, and I couldn't because I had too much other stuff going on. It's been a busy day. We had dance recital day today, which is a lot. Maybe we'll talk about that on Monday. I don't have any fancy outro for this because it's new. Sorry. It's the froth. Thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll do it again. If you like this idea of like these weird little pop-up live streams, make sure you are following on Patreon. Go to thegnarlygnome.com/support, and you can become a Gnomie. And there will be more of these kind of pop-up quick live streams throughout the year. And some of them will be podcasts, and they will drop into your own exclusive podcast feed that nobody else gets access to. It's just for Gnomies. That's fun. That's fun stuff, right? Also, the magazine. If you become a Gnomie, you get the magazine, and I'm really excited about that. All right, we'll see you guys later. Cheers, everybody, and have a good night, have a good weekend, a good rest of the weekend, and have a good holiday. I mean, we'll talk on Monday, but have a Merry Christmas if you can't make a Monday, and I don't get to talk to you by then. So, yeah, we'll see you guys. Cheers, everybody.